Hello and welcome back. Today we'll be looking at the new LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Lloyds Dragon Power Spin. This set includes 56 pieces and is set number 71779. This set is from the new LEGO Ninjago's Dragon Rising TV show. And yeah, let's take a look at it. So at the front of the box, we can see that this is our set here. It's a kind of spinner. We have our main figure Lloyd up at the front, and there's kind of this sort of little effect going on. That's it for the front of the box. Let's look at the back. So take a closer look here. So at the bottom here, we can see the other two sort of sets in the spinner line. So we have Kai's spinner and Nia's spinner there, with their respective set numbers. Over here, we can see that we can get a better look. Oh, sorry about that. We can get a better look at the. Okay, dropping stuff. We can get a better look at the set here, and there is the kind of ball that comes with the set. Looking at the top of this box here, we can see that there's sort of this other sort of look at the product with the other things included. So there's kind of like spikes, there's a stand for the ball, and there's this sort of dummy or enemy character there. That is it for the box. Let's take a look at the actual set. So here's everything built and is set out in the open. So we have our two sort of spikes that come with the set, kind of as either decoration or sort of something to spin against. We'll set those off to the side. We have our sort of antagonizing force or sort of like a training dummy here. Kind of an interesting little build. It is on sort of a little rounded piece. So he kind of bounces around if you hit him, kind of deal. It's interesting. I think it's actually so you can spin it. So it doesn't spin all too well, but something to, we'll set them to the side. We have our sort of little creation here for our special ball. I haven't seen this show, so I have no idea sort of what this is or what this represents, but it's interesting nonetheless. And it's just on this sort of little pillar thing that you can knock down super easily. Next, we'll take a look at the actual main sort of draw to the set, which is our spinner here. So we have our only minifigure in the set, Lloyd, and he's on this little spinner. You have these three sort of green balls here that are the same kind of size as that. And on the bottom here, we have that gray piece of the kind of little piece here just to make it stick out. And it kind of just spins. So you can kind of have it spin against your stuff here. Kind of deal. Everything gets launched. Not too bad. We'll take a closer look at that spinner with that Lloyd on it. Just pop them off, set them to the side. So here we have our actual spinner. Just a very simple build, not very many pieces go into it. The main piece here is kind of like, it holds the balls and you kind of just attach to that. It's quite interesting. Next we'll take a look at Lloyd here. He comes with one weapon, which is really cool. It's kind of this like ninja star or like shuriken. You build up. The main piece is this, with a translucent green piece in the center and 3 green spikes kind of sticking out. You can hold on to any of these pieces here, and it's quite interesting. Setting that to the side, we'll look at the figure. So similar to Kai and Nia in this line, they have this sort of same sort of print, just in their respective colors. with this kind of dragon crest and this sort of ball right there. Each of the ninjas come with this sort of armor piece wrapping around, and this hood piece here with a little bit of printing on the top. Taking that off, we can see a better look at the head. Take head off just so we can look at the actual print without this on. So this is our armor piece here. It's kind of like a half mask there with armor coming down, and it wraps around to where you can put two swords into the actual back of the armor piece. Looking at the figure without the armor on, we can see here is our Lloyd, and he comes with this sort of black type of mask here that you can have while he's wearing the this here, and it actually looks pretty cool. Kind of makes him look like a villain. We can get a better look at the sort of right there. Get a better look at the print there without the armor. Quite cool, and this kind of like this metallic silver piece that you can see. Over on the side of the arms, they are translucent green. If it would focus. Come on, focus. It will not focus. But these pieces are translucent green. And looking at the back of the figure, this is the print here. And then you get a look at the other face, which is kind of like this mad face. So there's no real neutral face for Lloyd if you're into that sort of thing. That is it for our figure though. So here is a look at the extra pieces in the set. Quite a bit for such a small set. The only thing interesting probably would be this here, kind of spiky piece there. Everything else is kind of simple, a couple translucent pieces, but nothing too crazy. Just put that off to the side. Here we'll have a look at the instruction manual here. So it comes in this sort of booklet here. You just open it up. It's kind of just this paper. A lot of folded, but here you are. So you just fold it out. Here is kind of like the front and the back of the manual, and then kind of just building. So you have your figure, you have sort of the actual building the spinner, you flip it over, and then here's everything else. So it's what it is. But yeah, there are no stickers in this set either, so that'll be it for this segment. So some final thoughts on the LEGO Ninjago Lloyd's Dragon Power Spin. The set is pretty interesting and probably my favorite of the three spinners that have come out. This is more of a smaller set and more geared towards kids or younger sort of collectors, but sorry about that. In terms of the actual set, the main draw for me here would be the actual figure here, which is really cool and probably well worth the price. The weapon is interesting and the spinner is really cool, so if you're into that, it spins really well and comes with these balls here that have quite a bit of weight to them. Overall though, great set, and I look forward to looking at Nia's spinner next week. That is it for this review. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, and I'll see you next week.